I just want to do this extra little intermission here for this video. This video title may be a little bit misleading. I don't think it's necessarily clickbait, but I'm not saying that he's wrong necessarily. I'm mostly just saying that um, I don't agree with his opinion, and I am showing you why I don't agree with his opinion. But I'm totally okay with the fact that he has a different opinion. I'm not against him having an opinion because it's a very opinion-based video. I'm more just saying why I disagree with his opinion while trying to provide facts and details of why I don't agree with his opinion. Anyways, back to the video. So I decided that I'm gonna try and react. Yeah, listen to that voice crack. I decided I'm gonna try and react to this guy's video, 8 Thoughts. I've heard of him. I think the first time I heard of him is when I saw the Act Man's reading the comment for his World War II comment section video. This is the first time I've really seen any one of his videos, and he's completely bashing on Battlefield 5 open beta. And I'm gonna specifically say this right now. I think that the Battlefield 5 open beta was awesome. I had a lot of fun playing on it. I thought it worked really well. For me, I didn't have any connectivity issues really. I did have problems getting into the game itself with friends. Very often when I'm trying to get into a game with friends, it just flat out wouldn't work and I had to back out. But if I'm playing without any friends, I'm just playing by myself, it worked flawlessly. I could easily get into a match in and out. And even a lot of the times, even when I'm with my friends, I would be able to go into matches in and out. The gameplay was smooth. I had no problems with frame rate. The graphics were still looking good. My resolution was as high as ever. I'm a Battlefield fan, but I am not about to try and promote this game in any way, shape, or form. I do not think you guys should buy this game. After all, I know for a fact they're going to be implementing these microtransactions into the game. I absolutely do not suggest anybody buy the game. Also, I think that the historical inaccuracies are kind of, whatever. I'm like of the opinion of Angry Joe, really. I don't really care. It doesn't really take me out of the moment, unlike it did for Optimus. Overall, I'd say the beta run really well. I loved all the new gameplay features and mechanics. I think that Battlefield 5, if it wasn't for the controversy, would be an absolutely solid and amazing game. I probably would have bought it. Now, let's take a look at the video from 8 Thoughts, who says that it's not a good. In fact, he says it's the worst multiplayer experience in his life.
What up, guys? Call of Duty eSport athlete here. 8 Thoughts, Call of Duty fanboy, and #1 informational channel for Call of Duty. What's up?
I didn't know that he was a Call of Duty fan, because I've seen like the first bit of this video, but I didn't watch the whole thing because I wanted to get my first reaction of it.
Worst multiplayer experience I've ever had in my entire life, and I've been through the gauntlet of Call of Duty and Battlefield betas before in the past. In Battlefield 5, quite frankly, forget about all the bullcrap SJW agenda. Besides those facts, the game itself is a piece of crap. Battlefield 5 is a piece straight up out the way. It is boring, it's slow. I know it's just a beta, but that's the whole point of a beta. You dumb morons out there, it's your point. It's the time to rant, and I'm ranting right now. The game sucks. Don't buy it. 110%. First of all, on console, it runs absolutely horrible and horrendous.
I gotta disagree with him 100% completely. The game ran perfectly for me, almost perfectly. I had a little bit of connectivity issues. I got into games rapid quick. It took me maybe like 2 minutes to get into a game as opposed to Battlefield 1's like 5 minutes to get into a game. It was crazy. Also, you don't have to wait like another minute and a half after the game's already loaded. You don't have to wait another minute and a half to actually get into the fight. You can get into the fight almost immediately. Like I said, no performance issues on my hand. I'm playing on Xbox One. I might have some gameplay in the background. I had absolutely no problem with the game. It worked very well. No lag, no frame rate drops, no packet loss, nothing. So I gotta 100% disagree with you on that one.
Not optimized any way whatsoever. The movement sucks. You can't shoot properly. The auto aim is just way out of whack.
I do agree that the auto aim is way out of whack. There were instances where I was looking at an enemy on the opposite side of the ridge, and while I'm trying to shoot at him with my Bren, the auto aim forces me to look to the left because a guy ran in front of me, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to look at him. I did end up killing him and didn't end up dying, but still, I think the auto aim is way out of whack. I'll agree with you.
The sound system, the sound engine is bad. You're getting frame stutter. It just is all around. It looks horrible. It looks like a hot mess. It doesn't work well.
Dude, once again, completely no problem. The sound system is great. The sound works good. I mean, everything in the game is very well polished. Everything in the game was manipulated specifically for historical accuracy. Let's ignore all the women for a second here, because we're not looking at that. We're looking at the actual game itself. We're looking at the gunplay. We're looking at the tanks, everything else involved. We're not looking at the controversy. We're just looking at the gunplay in the games.
On PC, if you have a $15,000 rig with two 2080 Ti's and an intercooled, liquid-cooled, turbo-powered 575,000 terabyte gigabyte hard drive, you're going to get some good frames.
See, once again, I want to point this out too, because I don't even have an Xbox One X, dude. I have a regular, bog standard, original Xbox from 2013. I don't have like this Xbox One X or the super beefy computer or some PS4 Pro or anything like that. I have just a completely standard Xbox One, and it works just fine. So once again, I don't know what he's talking about.
The assault class, the only class in the whole game that has any capabilities of taking down tanks, is basically like shooting spitballs. But when you do pull out your RPG and you go to blow up a tank, 2 RPGs, which all you carry, does 50 damage. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun.
I do think that the tanks are a bit rough right now. I think that the explosives need to be buffed up. Granted, I feel like once again this guy, I mean, that's a fair opinion. That's a fair opinion. I think that you can have your opinion on that, and I actually agree with you on that one. But I gotta at least give a little bit of credit where credit's due. That's always been the case. You've never been able to destroy an RPG with 2 rockets. It usually took 3 or 4. Maybe not 50. Maybe they did a little bit more than that, but I know that the RPGs were never like a 2-shot destroy for our like rockets. So, you know, but once again, I agree with you on that one.
Also, it's a lot of fun when you get killed and you lay down on the ground and you sit there and wait about 45 seconds before you actually can respawn back in the game. So if you'd like a game to be fun, action-packed, fast-paced, enjoyable, a good experience, then Battlefield 5 is definitely not the game for you. And you sit there and waiting to get revived or respawn, and you have 2 options. You can press the left or the right. Left lets you go quicker, just like, hey, end it now. Right, you sit there and wait, and you call out to your teammates, which inevitably never show up to revive you.
Once again, this plays into the idea of communication and teamwork. Once again, he's almost forgetting that this is a game based off of cooperation. If you're not playing with teammates, look, not every single person's going to go around and revive you, okay? I like the feature, and this is the #1 problem. See, I feel like he hasn't even played Battlefield 1 because they're addressing all the problems that me and many other people had in Battlefield 1. One of the biggest problems was the instant, like, quick heal respawn. Like, it was so annoying when you were a medic and you're trying to go revive somebody, but they do the freaking skip revive and they are immediately, back into another battle. I really like the fact that it takes so long for you to actually die out because that gives medics the opportunity to revive you. And I'm glad that even when you hold left trigger to skip it, that it's not super, super quick and that you actually still do have a time to come back from it. And it's still relatively short, too. 45 seconds is by far an absolute over-exaggeration if you're holding left trigger. Like, I mean, I know he's exaggerating and joking for an entertaining video, but it also is misleading because a lot of what he's saying is true to an extent. So when you say something like that, I mean, once again, I know he's exaggerating for more content or more entertaining video. But saying 45 seconds is 100% not even true at all. It takes like 5, maybe 10 at maximum. It's actually really quick, and I don't know. It's just, once again, an absolute out-of-range complaint. And, once again, not only medics can heal you, anybody can heal you. And if you don't get revived, maybe it's because you're not around your teammates and you need better positioning. I think it's a great system. I think a few other people might think it's a great system. I gotta personally disagree with him though. Like I said though, it's his opinion. I just think his opinion is based off of, fallacies and that from my output, he's not familiar enough with the Battlefield series. I mean, after all, he did say he was a Call of Duty fan, and a Call of Duty fan might want faster respawns to immediately get back into the action, but me being a hardcore Battlefield fan,
you still have to sit there. There is no way to fast forward that. You gotta sit there knowing that no one's gonna come revive you. Press the fast forward, like, I don't want to be revived, just let me die so I can get back in this amazing action game that I'm enjoying so much. So you press that and you sit there and you're just like on your ass. Oh man.
See, once again, It's so annoying because it doesn't take that long at all.
Oh, cool. I'm finally dead. Wow, I can now respawn. Nope, not yet. And you got to go to the deploy map, and you sit there and be like, oh, this is fantastic. And then you get to choose where you want to spawn into. But then, of course, your whole team and squad was wiped while you sit there waiting forever for no one to revive you. And then you finally just, you're way back at the end of the map. And then you got to run across the freaking map like a Kenyan doing the New York Marathon to get back into the action. It's a fantastic experience, and I highly recommend it.
Once again, this is so annoying too. You can very clearly tell that he has never played Battlefield because that's literally been every Battlefield. And literally every single Battlefield, that's how the experience goes. If all of your squad dies, you have to go back to the beginning. And that's kind of like the penalty for all of your squad dying. That's why you want to try and keep at least one member of your squad alive. He's complaining about stuff that have been a staple in the Battlefield series for decades. Well, not decades. Well, maybe not decades, but for at least 10 years. They have been staples of the Battlefield series, and they have been a core component of the gameplay that you either spawn on your teammates or you spawn an objective if you have one. That's why you want more objectives, so you have more spawn locations so that you have that's the incentive, that's the player revised incentive to select that spawn location. This dude is literally talking like he's never played a Battlefield game before, like I swear, and he's complaining about stuff that have been a staple of the series that aren't really legitimate complaints. I mean, once again, like I said, totally fair to have your opinion, but nobody was complaining about this thing, and complaining about this thing now. I don't know why you weren't complaining about it earlier. Maybe he was, because like I said, I've never watched his content before. I've only watched this one video, but I feel like he should address that as a problem with the Battlefield series, not specifically Battlefield 5, because that's always been the case.
The sound right now is horrible. You feel like you're freaking Stevie Wonder out there running around playing the game. You have no audible sounds anywhere. Half the gunfire doesn't even make actual noise for you in your headphones. So you're getting hit by other people. You don't know what's going on. You're like Helen Keller, deaf, dumb, and mute. You're just like bang, 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 bang. You could be getting shot right from a guy 2 feet beside you. You would never know it. You can't hear him. You can't see him. Unless you have super amazing, some kind of eyesight, you can't see anybody in the map either. So
I will admit that this is kind of a problem. The enemies and his friendlies look a little bit too similar. I 100% absolutely disagree with the idea that you can't see enemies. You could have all of your HUD turned off, you could have everything disabled, and you would still very clearly be able to see an enemy from any direction. That the way that the enemies light up and the way that the lighting works makes it so that enemies are very clearly visible in specific areas, which is awesome, and I think it should be like that. And I also 100% disagree with them, again, on the sound, because the sound is crispy clean. The amount of times that I heard an enemy running to my right, so I look to my right and kill him, I can't even count it. The sound, for me at least, is reliable, accurate, and a fundamental part of the game that actually functions. He should be complaining more about the Battlefield series than the actual... Because this dude's a Call of Duty fan. I don't know if he is. Maybe he's joking about that. This guy seems to have no sense of sarcasm, because it seems like one sentence he's completely honest and the next sentence he's completely sarcastic. So I legitimately have a hard time telling whether he's telling the truth or not for literally every single sentence. But once again, that's his personality. I'm not trying to hate his personality or him personally. And if they, if all of the community said, hey, we hate that it takes so long to spawn in Battlefield, and they didn't make the change, then I would agree with you. But I haven't seen anybody complaining about this. And I've looked at the Battlefield forums for at least the last 5 years, and I haven't seen people complaining about these things that he's complaining about. Anyways.
Anybody barely, unless they're right in front of you, because you know what, at the same time on the maps, especially you got the snow map, it's like you're in a freaking blizzard out there, and it's just like all you have is visuals of snowflakes. Even though the sky's blue, you got these snowflakes running at you. It's like as if you're at some kind of anti-Donald Trump rally, just snowflakes coming at you all over the
place. And my complaints aren't that the vehicle controls are sluggish. It's a tank! It's supposed to move that way! Nor is it that it's difficult to see the enemies hiding in terrain when dust is being kicked up and debris is everywhere. It's a war! That is exactly what happens in a war. It's doing its job perfectly, simulating war. Critics out there are complaining about the stupidest things.
Despite that actually funny comment, once again, he's dead ass wrong. If you look at literally any gameplay of the Battlefield 5 beta, you can very clearly see that you have like very clear visuals. There isn't any obstructions in the way that are blocking your view. There isn't snowflakes coming in, as he says. It's a very clear and precise view of what you see that accurately represents the kind of action that's happening. unlike, for example, Battlefield Bad Company 1. Then again, who's ever played that? The visuals are like reliable, and even when it's like rainy on the Rottenham map or whatever it's called, it still is like the weather effects, kind of like in Battlefield 1, add to the component of obscurity. They're a part of the game because they're specifically made to make in-game fighting more difficult, which gives opportunity for different strategies.
The bugs in the game as well are really bad. There's just so many visual bugs, people holding guns the wrong way. I mean, like, you'll get hit by a tank, blow up, fall, 40 feet ragdoll, and all of a sudden, whoop, you're in your revive mode, sitting there with your arm out. You're sitting there waiting for 45 minutes, checking your Twitter, see if anyone is...
Okay, I want to point out two things. A, I haven't really seen that much of this. I do know what he's talking about, and it's happened, but it's not like an overwhelming problem. And for me, it didn't even ruin my experience at all. I was just like, hey, whatever. It's whatever. It's a visual glitch. It doesn't really affect my gameplay too much. It's not like there's been a situation where that's happened and that prevented me from playing the game in any way, shape, or form.
And then, someone come to revive you, to be able to actually, to heal yourself now is not the same as you used to do. You don't actually have medic packs for yourself. The medic packs aren't unlimited. You can't just throw medic packs wherever you want if you're the medic. And also, if you have yourself, you don't self-heal. You got to go and, sort of scavenger supplies from people after you've dropped them or killed them. So if you're getting hit in battle and you haven't done any damage yet or hurt anybody or killed anybody where you can actually pick up the supplies from them, it's sort of like scavenger and Call of Duty. Then you're just sort of SOL.
I don't know if he's saying that as a complaint or if he's saying that as just a fact. If it's a complaint, I am a huge fan of that feature because it actually makes this Battlefield feel different from other Battlefields. In every other Battlefield, you just run around with infinite ammo, gunning down people without any stop and remorse. And that was every Battlefield for all the way up until Battlefield 1. And Battlefield 5 comes out and says, you know what, you're not super soldiers with 61 magazines on your body. We're going to limit you to 2 magazines, just like in real life. You don't come, I mean, granted, in real life, you probably would have more than 2 magazines, but the emphasis on restriction adds so much more importance to the elements of teamwork and decision making. You have to not just run out and hope that you get a kill spraying down people. Once again, this ain't Call of Duty, so you got to be a little bit more on top of things, which once again, I really like that feature.
Take from this video of Battlefield 5 beta is it's the worst multiplayer experience I've ever had. It's not fun. Oh Jesus, I think that's, hold on.
Him saying that it's not fun, that's his objective opinion, so I'm not going to disdain on that. I just think that he is looking at it with such a negative view because of the controversy. Because of the controversy, he feels like he's obligated to say negative things about the game. Either that, or he just hasn't played any Battlefield games and doesn't enjoy the experience for what it is. Which, once again, is fine, but he should say that objectively about either the Battlefield series, or he should mention that he's not a Battlefield fan. If you just say this game sucks without any context, and with, honestly, pretty dumb and not really good points to add on to it, then it feels just so bare bones in comparison. Once again, like I said, I don't know if this dude's actually a Call of Duty fan. He could just be making up about that, but I'm gonna just take his word for it. And if he isn't a Call of Duty fan, then he tricked me because I don't really want his content.
Hold on. Oh man, my payment just came through my PayPal. The payment just came through from my PayPal from EA. Oh, so. Anyways, I think Battlefield 5 could be a really great game. It's a lot of fun. It's fun to squad up with your buddies. It's good time.
Okay, well, it's kind of a nitpick for me personally, but I just don't like how long this little segment drags on for. I feel like you can just make a little small point about it and then move on.
Rather, I better say that clearly. It says that right here. Make sure to push the deluxe editions and the specialty. Okay. Yeah, so the deluxe edition would be, make sure to subscribe for more amazing Battlefield 5 content. Call of Duty sucks. I think that game's going to fail. Battlefield 5 all day, you know what I'm saying, boys? Battlefield, yeah, I love that. They also, that you don't have to be intelligent or to buy this game, and they were just totally joking about the fact, saying if you don't like it, don't buy it. They said that they're going to, they said that they were going to do it. And get that game, as quick as you can. Because I imagine they're probably going to sell out, so you don't want to miss out on You don't want to miss out on the greatest multiplayer experience and authentic World War II experience in the world. All right, guys. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is 8 Thoughts. Battlefield 5 is an awesome game. Highly recommend you pick it up. Oh, yeah, hey, I forgot. If you enjoyed the video, which I'm sure a lot of Battlefield 5 or Battlefield fanboys got their feelings hurt, and they probably even watched the end of the video here as well. But for those of you who aren't weak-minded human beings, hey, thanks for watching this far. Subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment down below saying that Call of Duty is the best, Battlefield sucks. And last but not least, and now.
I think that you're legitimately a good creator, and I think that your videos are actually really well made, but very often you pad out the length of your video to get to 10-minute mark, and that ruins the overall experience of the video. It makes me want to skip around to parts of it, and then I miss stuff that you might have said in the video, which sucks, but you just do a little bit too much repetitive. You repeat a lot of the same stuff over and over again, and that's annoying. I don't know how much he is joking. I don't know how much he's taking this seriously. I don't know if he's like a serious Battlefield fan or Battlefield, just very familiar with the Battlefield series or not. A lot of what he said, I've already pointed out, either is not a good complaint or it's a complaint that nobody really, was addressing. I'm making this video specifically. I want to throw this out here too, just for a little backup, because I know there's going to be probably a lot of 8 Thoughts fan that are coming in here in the comments saying that I'm uneducated or an SJW or some bullshit just because they want to support this freaking dude. Like I said, I don't know if he makes good content or not. He probably does. He probably makes a lot of good content, like funny content, and I probably would enjoy a lot of his other videos, especially ones where he's bashing on SJWs, because I love nothing more than bashing on idiots. I actually don't know if this guy's making YouTube ad revenue. Probably. Clearly I'm not. You guys already know if you're looking at the video. I'm not making any money off of this. I'm just expressing my thoughts against this guy that I think is actually a pretty cool guy, and I'm probably going to watch more of his content, but is very wrong about Battlefield 5 and the Battlefield series in general. And I hope that you at least aren't so blindsided and just love this guy so much that you have to defend him and you can't actually objectively look at things that are wrong about him. So many people are just hating on the game because of the controversy, but there's no... And what's annoying to me, though, if he was just talking about the controversy, I probably wouldn't have even made a video about this, because I agree with him on the controversy, and I agree that censoring words in the chat, especially words like white man and DLC, is stupid. I hate that idea, too. But the problem is that he makes this video claiming that the SJW crap isn't the main problem. I'm just saying, like, he makes it seem like Battlefield 5 is objectively worse in every way when it's not. So, once again, it's his opinion. It's his opinion. This is also my opinion, but I also did bring in a bunch of facts, and I have proof to back it up. You should absolutely check out this guy's video. I skipped around a lot because I didn't want to, I didn't want it to seem like I was 100% copying this guy's video. So I'll have a link in the description. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to make maybe another video about this soon. Hopefully he watches this video and replies. I'm interested to see if he's going to just continue to hate on the game, or if he's going to, provide proof and evidence, or if he's just going to just hate on this video just because somebody's talking shit about him. Have a good one.